Hello to all of you, this is Dr. Dhaval Maheta and today we are going to discuss about analysis of covariance in R, also known as ANCOVA. Basically, ANCOVA is a combination of ANOVA plus regression. Now, why we are using ANCOVA? So, C here stands for covariates. What does that mean? Let us understand. We very well know that when in any category, when number of groups are more than 2, we are using ANOVA. So you can see here that level of education 3 is there. So we will be using the ANOVA, and our null hypothesis will be there is no significant difference in test score according to the level of education. But we forget that one variable which is there is studying time. Now this studying time also will have effect on the test score. So if I want to get the pure effect of level of education on test score, I will have to control the covariate, which is number of hours spent on studying. So when I carry out ANOVA by controlling one variable, one factor, then it is known as ANCOVA. Let us see how we can do this in R. So for this, first of all, I will have to import the data. So I'll first clean this, all the outputs, and from where I can bring the data file, I will have to go in environment, import the data set from text. There is a file which is a score file in my data set. I'll bring that file, score, open, and I'll just import it. As soon as I import it, I will get the file here. Now what this file is, let's try to understand. There is a final score of the students. So some were given the lecture method, some were given computer assisted instructions, and some were having the blended method, that is a mix of lecture and CAI. Now I want to see that is there any significant difference in the final score according to the method of teaching. So for this, first of all, we will plot the box plot, attach score. We will run the command of box plot, which we will say initial score tilde method data score. Main title is to be given score by method, X label method, Y label is score, color red, border black. And you can see on your right hand side that the initial score of the students, the blended method is much more, you can say, beneficial in comparison to other methods of teaching. Let's talk about the final score. The same is seen in final score also. Now let us run the analysis, that is analysis of variance. I'm saying analysis of variance, not the covariance, where the null hypothesis is there is no significant difference in final score according to the method of teaching. So run, and the summary, I'll get the summary as you can see the p-value. The p-value is less than 0.05, and we can very well see that there is a significant difference in the final score according to the method of teaching. But we forgot one thing. We did not consider the initial score of the students while carrying out the analysis. Now here comes the picture of ANCOVA, that is controlling one factor. So I'm saying create the ANCOVA model. The final score tilde method plus initial score is to be considered. So for this, I'll activate the package, that is car. So library car, ANCOVA model. Here I'll run ANOVA, ANCOVA model, type 3 model you will have to run, type 3. Now you can see one thing, that the method is, the p-value of the method is more than 0.05, and now it is insignificant. Quite surprising. You can see here that when we were running only ANOVA, we found that the method of teaching has got a significant influence on the marks, the final score. But when we have included the initial score and when we are comparing, is there any significant difference or not through method? So we find here that the p-value is more than 0.05, which means that method of teaching does not significantly differentiate the final score. So this is all about ANCOVA. So if you want to have all the codes which are related to R, it is available in my book, that is Data Analysis Using R. This book is available on Amazon.in as well as Amazon.com. For future videos of R, kindly subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter.